Right, you, fucking home.
Will you be going home, Yall? Yeah, you're not stopping for good, are you?
Yep, you go down there, you do it right, come to a roundabout. You know the club's in there going, you think you got problems.
How the fuck? Bob, come here, do something else, do something else.
Got a 3-second memory. I live for now and not what is or isn't to be. Yeah, that's me. I got a 3-second memory. Whatever you tell me, it's gone in 3. Yeah, c'est la vie. Well, I never get the feeling there's anything that I'm missing. I'm way too busy living my life. It's such a strife. I don't try to think about the ins or the outs. I'm way too busy trying to figure out the here and now. Yeah, what's that all about?
Let's hope they win on Thursday, by the way. My goodness, that's all they're talking about, Thursday. Your mindset playing for Man United should be, every game's a big game. So today wasn't a big game, is that the attitude of some of them, but Thursday's a big game. I think you're in trouble if you start picking and choosing what you think is a big game. Your whole attitude should be, again, when you're playing for Man United, every game is a big game. They're not teammates, they're bluffers. And this group, again, they lost 14 league games this season. They've lost 14 last year. Everyone can have a difficult spell. So what do we expect when the players come out and chat after games? They're media trained. They'll be told stuff to say. They talk about the pundits or ex-players. We're here to give an opinion. But I'd love to be sitting there at Man United winning training. You go, hey, that's great to watch. Everything you want to see in a team. But I don't see it with this group of players, and I've seen it too many times now. Too many times for it to be a bit unlucky, or you could have a difficult spell. It's been going on for a few years now. But your bread and butter, like I'm repeating myself all the time, your bread and butter is what you do day in, day out at your football club. And whatever these players and the manager and the coaches are doing at the training ground day in, day out isn't enough, because we're not seeing it out there. Talking about next Thursday, what about today's match? Does that mean anything to anybody? Because what's the point in us turning up here? But again, what's the saying? The league, the table doesn't lie. We look at United out on the table. But forget about the table. It's all about Thursday. Good luck on Thursday.
Of anything that's new, or who the hell is who. I never get the feeling there's anything that I'm missing. I'm way too busy living my life. It's such a strife. I don't try to think about the ins or the outs. I'm way too busy trying to figure out the here and now. Yeah, what's that all about?
Where are you from, son? Where are you from? You look a bit foreign to me.
Who appointed Ruben then?
Who appointed Ruben? Omar and Jason and me.
Made that decision?
Yeah. English isn't his natural language, and he's never played in the Premier League before, and he's managing the biggest club in the world, and it's a tough place. I mean, Manchester United is a tough place.
And he's young.
You know, there's a big one. And he's a young guy, yeah. So I think, you know, if you take all of that into consideration, I think he's done a remarkably good job.
What parts are you referring to there when you say good job? Because obviously the results have been poor. But what are you referring to? Just generally the way in which he carries himself, or?
Yeah, I think the way, and I think what he's got out of the players that he's got available, I think he's done well with.
Do you?
I do. Yeah.
I mean, if
I look at the salary bill of the squad that's available to him, that salary bill is not the salary bill of Manchester City or Liverpool.
Do you mean because
It's
of
a
the injuries?
fraction of it.
What do you mean?
So if you modify our salary bill for the players that are not available to Ruben, then our salary bill it ranks us about, mid-league, second half of the table. Lunches and things like that. They're unpopular decisions, but
Yeah, let's come on to those.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about those things. So obviously, £15 million was spent to remove Eric and Dan, which are expensive errors.
correct.
Yeah, I'm just going to take 2 or 3 examples. £40,000 was taken away from the former Players Association. Now, that's not the players that played under Sir Alex Ferguson or even in the last 10 years. They're players from the 1960s and 70s.
Yep.
I look at that and I have a little bit of knowledge of the club, obviously having been there for 25, 30 years. I just look at that and I think it's £40,000 from players who are giving a lot back to sort of the local community. They're obviously big supporters of United. Why not look at that 40,000 and put Harry Maguire and Bruno in a dinner? Sell 1,000 tickets for 30, 40, 50 quid, raise the money through a dinner, maybe do a raffle and auction, give the ex-players their money, and do it in a way whereby you're not looking like it's a cruel decision, which it is. Why would that not be looked at as a shopping list of things that, that's got a health warning to it? They're former players, they're people who do a lot of good for them. I'm not talking about the sort of, this isn't the players from my era, the players from the 70s and 80s. Why would that decision be made?
Well, nobody suggested that. Because I would have supported that, but
Jim, that alarms me, because if people aren't suggesting that to you at the club, then
I don't think the people at the club they're not. Most of the people at the club, they're not cruel or heartless people, but I think
it's 40 grand.
Yeah, I know, but there's
Harry and Bruno can just turn up for a dinner, raise 50, 60, 70, 100 grand for them. Why didn't the current players put £1,000 each in for them? Things like that, if it came to me and I was looking at a decision like that, and these guys who've been putting so much time into the club over so many years, it just looks, why can't we reinstate that?
Well, maybe we can, I don't know, I can have a look at it. But I'm not aware of that level of, honestly, Guy, I'm not aware of that,
detail.
At that level of detail, to be honest.
Got a 3-second memory. I live for now and not what is or isn't to be. Yeah, that's me. I got a 3-second memory. Whatever you tell me, it's gone in 3. Yes, c'est la vie. Well, I'll never get the feeling there's anything that I'm missing. I'm way too busy living my life. It's such a stripe. I don't try to think about the ins or the outs. I'm way too busy trying to figure out the here and now. Yeah, what's that all about?
Manchester United would have run out of money at the end of this year. November this year, the club runs out of cash.
Do you realise how...
That's sort of quite a big...
But do you realise how bad that is to hear? I know that's a fact, by the way, because over the last 2 or 3 years, I think the fans who obviously got an interest in the business side of the club have been tracking the club's desperate situation, the mismanagement over the last 10 years. This is the richest football club in the world when it comes to revenue.
Yeah.
But because of
Top three. Three of us up there.
Top three in the world.
Yeah.
And it's having to cut £40,000 from ex-players, and now removing food from members of staff in the canteen. I mean,
but the alternative isn't very tenable, is it? which is the club goes bust at Christmas. We don't want that.
No, absolutely.
We don't want that.
No, we
have to
absolutely
deal
don't
with
want that. But we also have to, I think, make decisions in light of sort of the impact that they're going to have. Because, you know, United, as you know, you're a fan, has a soul, it has a heart.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes to food and Manchester United staff being fed, the idea of me eating differently than my compatriots who are in the office, the kitmen, the groundsmen, the people who are, to be fair, the sort of my friends at the club, because I was in there for 25 years, I find that difficult from an inequality perspective.
Yeah. However, I mean, I get that, Gary, and I understand that, but